Hi, I'm the Fossicker, Dennis Katz. I'm here to show you the Pyramid Pro production pan and the Maverick finishing pan. Now, what makes this pan different from all the other pans on the market? This pan is capable of working in any type of water. If you are a person that uses a sluice, you have to have a certain amount of water to make it work. With the Pyramid Pro pan, you can go up any river and it doesn't matter whether you have running water or still water. The Pyramid Pro pan will come through for you. The Pyramid Pro pan is a production pan. It's made for moving a lot of gravel quickly into a little amount. In my experiments with this pan, I found that not cleaning your gravel properly is probably one of the major causes of losing gold. If you notice, there's riffles inside the pan. These riffles are not for containing gold. They're for taking care of one of the biggest losses of gold, which is not cleaning your gravels properly. That's why they are there. It is not a rocker and it's not a sluice. If you also notice, there's a plug in the bottom. This plug can be obtained by any hardware store. It's a high-pressure plumber's plug. And this is the exit hole for the gold that you trap within the Pyramid Pro pan. Now, the Pyramid Pro pan is also made out of polyethylene. Polyethylene is probably some of your strongest plastic out there. This comes with a lifetime guarantee. If you can destroy this pan, I'll not only replace it, I'll take you to dinner. Now, let us demonstrate this pan in conjunction with the Maverick to show you that with both these pans working together, it's a winning combination. You notice it holds a pretty high volume of gravel in there. I recommend when you're a beginner to start at the second set of riffles here. Once you're advanced, which is a very short span of time, you can take it up to just underneath the top set of riffles. One of the assets of this pan is you can't lose large gold. In order to demonstrate that, I'm going to take 5 pickers here, and I'm going to add that to the gravel in the Pyramid Pro pan. And we're going to now hold the pan just below the water line. I'm going to have my fingers gripping the center of the handles. My elbows are up on my knees, and I'm going to stratify. Now, when you stratify, be vigorous. Left and right is the movement. I'm doing this a little longer than if I was at a river, mainly because I put those little pickers up on the surface. I want to give them a chance to sink them down a bit. Okay, now all our gravels are sorted out. Our heavies are down, our blondes and light stuff is on the surface here. This is all your overburden. Now we have to get rid of this, and this is how we do it. Once again, we submerge it just below the water line, stratify left and right, and now we increase the stroke left and right and get rid of our overburden material. Literally throwing it out of the pan. Stratify, get rid of it. Stratify, get rid of it. There's no straining involved. If you're straining, you're not doing this properly. Okay, now I stop here. The reason I stop here is there's a bulbous area underneath, and that's called the premix chamber. I stop just below that area. I lift it out, leaving some water in there, and I always stratify like this. And I stratify back and forth. Now I swirl it, and I do the same thing again. What I'm doing now is I'm forcing the gold out of the premix chamber down into my trap. And that's where the plug is. Okay, now you pour your water off. And if you notice in the gravels, this is called a Oregon sunstone. It's a gem. The reason I put those in the gravels is to show you if there's gems in the area that you're working that has gold, you better check your gravels to make sure you also have some gems, because the Pyramid Pro pan is capable of capturing them. Now, we're out prospecting. We're playing that we're prospecting, I should say. And one of the things you want to know when you're prospecting is, are you where the gold is? Now, since you had already broke your gravels down, we take and pull the plug down below here. We pull the plug, undo it, and we let the gravel fall out of the trap. Put the plug back in. And you may be wondering why I didn't take all the gravel out. The reason why is all I care about at this moment is, am I where the gold is? Plus, because I am the inventor of the Pyramid Pro pan, I know 85 to 100% of the gold is already in my trap. Now we're going to take the concentrates that are in the Maverick. You notice the Maverick floats on a certain angle. All you do is take your hand, put it underneath your Maverick, and start to stratify. See, that angle is made so that when you stratify, it's at the right pitch. Now you dip the pan down. You pull straight up, not back, but you pull straight up, and that creates a waterfall effect, and that's how you clean the excess gravel away. Stratify, clean it away. Stratify, clean it away. Okay, now, with a square pan, when you lift it out of the water, you want to drain the water to the side of your riffles and let the water drain down into the main body of water below. Now, you drain it back so it exposes your gravels, like that, see? Expose your gravels. Now, give it a tap. Some people call this the blueberry bump, but you give it a tap, drive your gold up into the front part of your trap, drain the water back again, and now I use what I call the flick technique. You start at the bottom of your gravels and pull them back. It acts like a wave on the ocean. You see how that works? Now, I'm not going to be dainty about this and try to keep the gold and gravel separate. I'm going to pull it back so you can see all the gold, and you can also see if we got those pickers I dropped into there. Okay. I see one of those pickers now. Let me get something to put them in. There's one of them here. There's one picker. Here's another one, 2. Here's the other one, 3. There's another one, 4. And here's the last one here, number 5. Like I told you, you can't lose big gold out of the Pyramid Pro pan. But that does not tell us if this is a good pan. What tells you you have a good pan and a good technique is not how big the gold is you keep, it's how small is the gold that you keep. See that there? Okay. Now, I recommend, rather than cleaning your gold on site, now that you've found gold, take your concentrates, pour it into a pail, and now you want to go to work. And what you do this time is you take your Pyramid Pro pan and you fill it up again, take it down, fill it up, take it down. You can do that all day long. As you can see, using the Pyramid Pro pan and Maverick finishing pan in conjunction with each other is a winning combination. One will condense your gravel down quickly, the other will sort it out down to raw gold. This is the best combination pans that you can use today.